Ronaldo baja con el pecho, puede marcar Ronaldo, Ronaldo, gol!
I was a big football fan back in the day, and I've been thinking a lot about making a video about the real Ronaldo, a player who marked the beginning of an era, beginning of modern football. He truly was above everyone else, and he was ahead of his time. Everything about him, his power, his speed, his technique, it was something he had not seen. The way he would destroy the defenders, the way he would humiliate the goalkeepers. You know, we just loved it, and he truly was someone who made a big impression in my current generation. My generation who saw the real Ronaldo in his prime. There's just no comparison to anyone. You know, and you have a lot of people who say, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo has marked more goals, he is more someone who has lasted longer, and the reality is this. Yes, he has lasted longer, he definitely has a strong physique, but the skill that Ronaldo had, the talent that he had, was of the gods. And his mortal body just could not handle that much skill. His body cracked. He had that big injury when he was playing in Internazionale. And that was a career-ending injury. And, you know, he came back from that. He won 2 World Cups and he never gave up. He truly showed the determination, something that not every player has, that willpower to overcome. He was just starting off. He had not proved his potential, and we all got to see it a few years later when he came back and won the World Cup 2002. And after that, you know, all he did was just go up. He switched over from Inter to Real Madrid, and we saw Ronaldo, who wasn't the same, I have to admit. He was not the same. He was a little bit overweight. And, you know, but he still had that talent. He would no longer make those dashing goals from the halfway point of the field, but he still had the skill. He still showed us his technique, the beauty, the way that he moved. It was just something that no other player could match. And Zlatan Ibrahimovic put it very well.
For me, there is the phenomenon.
Le plus grand joueur de l'histoire, c'est il Fenomeno, Ronaldo. Il Fenomeno. Ce qu'il a fait pour le foot, c'est incroyable. Incroyable. C'était un football que tous les jeunes joueurs veulent jouer. Si vous vous dites, bon, je veux être comme un tel ou un tel, non, ça va être comme Ronaldo. Quand j'étais jeune, je l'ai copié comme tout.
There's one goal that I've seen from Ronaldo that really shows his technique, his skill, and that is the goal he made versus Lazio in the UEFA final. That right there shows his talent, his mindset. He was a predator, ready to strike, ready to kill its prey. He had a split-second decision to make, and the way that he just did it was art. It was beautiful. It was Monet. It was Picasso. It was just classic. Ronaldo, before the injuries, Ronaldo from Barcelona, Ronaldo in the beginning of Internazionale. There's just no other player in history that I would want as a number 9 than Fenomeno. Cristiano Ronaldo, again, he's talented. He's marked his own history with Real Madrid and Manchester. Now he's doing it with Juventus, but there's just something different. I don't really know exactly what it is. It's just a talent. You know, Ronaldo's raw. Ronaldo, he was born with it. Something you don't teach. You can teach great technique. You can't teach skill. It's just different. No, I just feel so lucky that I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s. And you had so many players like Zlatan, Thierry Henry, Ronaldo, and just so much talent in different leagues, different teams. You were like a child in a candy store. There was just so much to choose from. It was really a great time. And sadly, right now, football has really, I feel, been on the decline. There's not that much talent out there anymore. There's talented players, obviously, but that captivating skill that really gets you motivated and makes you want to actually follow soccer is not there anymore. And look, I can't really ask that much because the current generation has a lot to live up to. I mean, these guys set the bar really high. I continue to follow his career when he moved back home to Brazil, Corinthians. And again, he continued showing glimpses of his old self. That talent, that technique, that ball handling that only he was able to do. But it was pretty much downhill from there. And, he retired a few years later. And I don't know, I feel football has never been the same. And I doubt I will ever see another player like Ronaldo, el Fenomeno, Ronaldo, Nazário de Lima, the best of the best.